Hey, welcome. We're live with Jacob's Life in Vegas. Like, you need a game show voice on when you're doing this stuff. Look at all the blue. We're like blue, blue, blue. Blue background, blue shirt, blue shirt.
I went a little brighter, so.
I know. I feel like I could just blend in.
Yeah, except for
my bright ass face.
Except for from about here up. That kind of stands out. I was wearing black before I came over here.
Oh, man.
Let me change it up. I got black pants, black shirt on. I was pretty.
Oh my goodness.
I was pretty blacked out. Let me throw some blue on today.
Yeah.
So.
It's a blue day.
Yeah, we are rolling. We're starting. Let's see. I know a couple of y'all are waiting. I haven't sat down with Laci and talked real estate in a minute, huh?
I know.
Not since last year. Shit. But did we do?
I mean, last year was like 6 weeks ago. So like, let's be real about that. But I think it was.
December?
I think we did like October, November. I think it's been a minute.
Before Thanksgiving?
Probably. Wow.
It has been a minute.
Hello.
What's up, Kevin?
We're doing it today. That's all that matters.
Real Braun. What's up, man? Real Braun representing Detroit.
Cody. D-Town. Dropped my phone. Sorry about that.
Cody, what's up? There, average rolling in. Happy Is this Saturday? It is Saturday.
It's Saturday. I never know what day it is, too. I'm so glad that I'm not alone in that.
Patty, green, white, and rolled. Hello, what's up? Throwing in the 4-leaf clover. Who else we got here?
Gert?
Just a little closer.
Yeah, I was just going to say, why don't we do that?
From the Netherlands?
That's cool.
You plan to move here? I have a few people that are planning to move here from international, from Europe or Canada.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. There we go.
Hey.
We'll talk about that today if you guys are looking to buy and you're international about that whole process. Because I've had several people ask me.
I hope I have the answers.
I hope you do it for a living. I hope you do. I bring you on here for a reason. Shit.
You don't want to prep me with some of these questions so I can like look up the answer?
You've had people from out of the country buy
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see, from Canada, it's probably cold as hell up there. Ryan, Braun.
Hey, Olivia.
I didn't see Olivia.
I didn't see her here yet either.
Neil, what's up? What's up? Daniel, what's up?
Pollux is here. What?
Pollock.
We got to hang out with Pollux last time he was in town. That was fun.
You did, man. Hope life is doing good in Pittsburgh. What are your opinion on Richmond American at Skype Hills? I like
Richmond American is a really good builder. They're quality, but every community is going to be different. So some of them include like a really nice backyard. Some of them don't. And in Sky Canyon, which I don't remember what he said the name of the community was, Skype Hills or something.
I think it's Skype Hills.
That might be in Sky Canyon. I can't recall where that one's located. I don't think those offer backyards at all. So, but I love Richmond American. You know what I love more is if you call me and my team and you let us walk you through the new home builders, because there are other builders that I would compare to Richmond that might have better prices or better offerings. So we can certainly help you with that.
And yes, the link is below if you want to contact Laci's team. So she got a whole team now. You had a team for a couple years.
I have, but it's like really a team now. Like it's like real deal.
And first off, she was doing everything her freaking self, which I know how that feels when you're doing everything yourself. So first off, she's doing everything herself. Now she got a team to help her with this stuff.
Yeah, it's been cool. It's been a crazy growth spurt. I call it the growth spurt. You know, It's just been like straight up and just trying to keep up with it.
All right, so Jamie's got a question. Very important. You guys think you could be able to get an apartment in Henderson with bad credit, bad meaning broken leases, any evictions from like 10 years ago?
So the rental market in Vegas right now is no effing joke. It's no joke. It's so hard. I'm just going to be very, very real with you. I always am. I'm always very real. Bad credit, not a big deal. They usually will overlook bad credit. Evictions, not great. So, a lot of times if it's more than 10 years ago, you're going to be fine. But bad credit isn't really something that's going to be a big deal. They might just ask for a bigger deposit. So if you have a more recent eviction, you need a letter or something saying something, or you might need a cosigner. But also apartments are skyrocketing in terms of price as well. So if you're looking at even renting in Vegas, and this isn't me saying this because I want to sell you a house. I mean, I do, but genuinely, we've had more renters convert into buyers in the last 6 weeks, 8 weeks, because they're seeing the skyrocketing rent prices. And they're like, screw this. It's literally cheaper just to buy. I'll figure out how to get the money. Or we put them into free money programs for down payment assistance and stuff. So just really consider your options before you start to rent in Vegas, because it's not pretty. We've got some areas of town that are up 35 to 40% in rent. Just since last year. So
it's freaking wild.
Yeah, good question though. Thank you so much.
Jamie, the more cash you have, because some people are actually paying the full 6-month lease, a year lease. I know a guy who moved here from I was talking to him, he moved here from Germany.
Oh.
And he had no credit.
Oh yeah, you can't. Yeah, it's no established credit, right?
He rented a house for a year, had to pay the whole year lease up front to be able to rent, and that's what he had to do. Let's see, moving September 1st, looking to rent a house.
All right, again, I'm going to harp on this the whole time we're on here today. renting's great. I highly recommend you consider just calling us now, even if you're moving in September. Call us now, talk to a lender. You might qualify, I promise you, for more than you think. And the payment on a house to buy is going to be less than a payment for rent. And you own it. So, hello.
Venom says, I have a house in California that I want to sell, but I have tenants living in it. Can you help me with that?
Yeah, absolutely. If you click the link in the description, we'll connect you with some of we have agents in California that we've partnered with just to make sure that we get the full service experience. And yeah, you can sell with tenants. I mean, we do that here all the time. You just have to upfront tell people, you don't get to live in this house, but if you're an investor, we want to sell it to you. We would love to connect you with one of our people. We've got some really good agents in California.
Can you rent a motel room by the month?
Some of them will let you rent for several weeks, but I think they do force you to check out and check back in at some point in time.
days.
Yeah, after 30-day mark. Yeah, because they're considered a short-term rental, so offering for longer than that is actually against the law.
Yeah, so once you hit 30 consecutive days, then you become a Nevada resident.
Yeah, no problem, Jamie said. Thanks for the honesty. Always going to be honest with you guys. We like to be able to tell you as much as we can. We don't want you coming here and hating it. We want you to come here and love it.
You guys are the best informative vids about living in Las Vegas. Keep up the great work.
Thanks.
Thanks, Shano.
Thank you so much. In
Appreciate
Toronto.
it. Jamie moving from Houston, from H-Town.
H-Town,
Hey.
bringing that Houston hot chicken.
Hey, at least when you move here, you'll be able to keep your no-state income tax. All right, you won't have to get adjusted to that.
Yeah.
Mr. Uber says, howdy. Is there a minimum to put down on a secondary home?
Yes, usually it's 20%. However, there are some programs that allow you to do less down, sometimes 10, 15%. So we would want to have you talk to like Amber, our our lender friend, or a lender that you trust out here. The other thing I want to say about lenders is please don't come here wanting to buy a house using like a Wells Fargo or a Chase Bank or something more national. Those lenders have no hustle, and in this game, in this market, you have to be able to hustle and get it done in order to keep the house. You're competing against a lot of other buyers. So please do not come thinking you're going to be using a national lender. We really need you to focus on using somebody that's local.
Yeah, that's funny. That's like when I talk credit and credit card stuff. People like credit unions versus big banks because of the bank. The more of a tendency to feel like you're treated like a number.
Yeah, you are treated like a number. It's unbelievable. I had a deal a couple months ago that it was over a 2-day weekend, regular 2-day weekend, and it was you call this person on a Thursday, they're out of town, their voicemail tells to call this person. Call this person, their voicemail calls to this one. It was a circle. So there was all of them were telling us to call the other person, and nobody was there. Nobody's in the office. Yeah. So we ended up actually almost losing that deal because we couldn't get a hold of anybody.
It's a nice way for them to give you the middle finger, though.
It was a real middle finger. I loved it. I did not love it.
So let's talk a little bit about, all right, comments have stopped for just a minute. So, so you guys moved here, so let's talk about something that I am going to be doing some videos about this, because here in Vegas, obviously we know when you're first looking to move here, what two places get the most attention? Summerlin and Henderson. Right?
Summerlin and Henderson.
So, well, guys, we've talked before on this channel. I've talked about the Northwest, did a video like 10 best reasons of the Northwest part of town, the Southwest. But you guys, one of the things people don't realize too is even areas that supposedly have the bad reputation, mostly speaking North Las Vegas, speaking downtown, East Side Las Vegas, in those areas, guess what? There's nice neighborhoods as well.
Beautiful neighborhoods, beautiful homes. Yeah.
I just went driving the other day up on East Charleston up into like Solitude.
Oh,
you go up there,
my God.
east side, you're in by like the big, the historic Mormon temple that's up
Yeah,
there.
it's off of Hollywood Drive, right?
Yeah,
by Hollywood.
The Hollywood area. Like that's a historic area because it's called Hollywood because so many years ago, so many of all the Hollywood celebrities would come to Vegas. And they would go party in that area because like you do whatever you wanted. Like that was really like nowhere. Decades ago here in Las Vegas.
It was like I'm gonna go out of town for the day, and it was really just at the edge of town. You know, it's Sunrise Mountain is what it's called. Sunrise Mountain,
Exactly.
East Side.
Yeah, so you go like Sunrise Manor, that area that people
Beautiful.
say, it's bad. There's new homes. Lennar's got a whole new project they're building up there. There's plenty of new neighborhoods. They're like 2010.
Yeah.
They started building some of these homes. So sometimes you can get a lot more bang for your buck.
Yeah.
You know, in a bigger house, maybe even nicer neighborhood.
Even a bigger yard too. Yeah.
If you look elsewhere, that may not have all the glitz and glam, may not be one of the sexy neighbors you hear about online. But when you come here and look in person, you might be surprised.
Yeah, I love the East Side. In fact, last year when we saw the crazy kind of pinch on all the inventory, where like everyone.
Did you grow up on the East Side?
I did grow up on the East Side. You just stole my punchline, sir. But yeah, it's one of my favorite things. It is pulled away from the city a little bit. I mean, away from the city, like 3 minutes, right? But you know, we get so spoiled here. But I love the fact that it's now sort of getting a spotlight put on it a little bit, and there is development happening out there. But yeah, I said a year ago I was doing a house tour or some video, and I just said, watch out, the East Side's going to become the new Green Valley, the new Henderson, new Summerlin, because it's going to be the only place that has any inventory of homes. Because everybody has their nose in the air thinking, I heard that was a bad area. Just do your research. Just look it up. You'll figure it out. You know.
You can do a lot from online, but one of the cool things is when you come here in person, you get on the ground level. I would encourage you to go take a look at a neighborhood that you may not think you would like, just in case. Because, the way I put it, I tell people, when they basically people put like a massive blanket statement, all encompassing, all they say, all of North Las Vegas is bad. North Las Vegas, this one, I think it's 250,000 people.
Yeah.
250,000
yeah,
people.
It's huge.
And it's been growing like crazy.
They're talking about this big of North Las Vegas when they talk about that's not a great area. It's this much in an area that's this big,
Yeah. I mean, North Las Vegas by itself would be the biggest city, in some states. So when you think it's not all 250,000 people are living in that neighborhood. So
yeah, some good stuff.
I had to throw that part out there.
I appreciate you talking good about my east side.
Let's see. Would I be able to check some apartments in, say, April? I know when I expect to move in November. That's pretty far out.
That's pretty far out for apartments, yeah. So we don't do apartments. We don't deal with apartments at all. We can we can show you some of the ones that we know have better reputations and stuff that our clients have been working with and refer you to them, but that's not really a part of what we do as realtors. Sorry, my dog's opening the curtains over here, just giving us a little light. Come here, Baxter, come here. He's going to come get on camera here in a second. But now apartments, I would say 3 months out, unless you just want to tour the neighborhoods and look at them. But I don't think you can secure one at that point in time. I think that's probably not a great idea.
Off-road Tyler says, I'd be lucky to have 10,000 down, probably less. First-time buyer.
Yeah.
Though if I went that route,
yes,
maybe I'll connect with your team.
Absolutely. And honestly, I've mentioned it a few times, I've seen a couple of comments about it too. There are, grant programs that'll help you with down payment assistance. So even if you don't have all the money that you need, there are programs depending on what part of town you want to look at, or even just on your income level, if you qualify, that you can pair with that 10,000 and get you more down payment, or it can cover your closing costs, which gives you more money. So it's always worth a phone call. It's my opinion. It's always. And we are not a high pressure team. We don't care. We don't care if you buy. We just want you to have the information.
Mr. Uber says, I live in Black Horse condos. I'm happy here on the east side.
Yes. He knows. There's some good food on the east side. Some good Mexican food restaurants. Hello. And there's a really good Thai place. I don't even think it has a name on the building. It's one of those hole in the walls.
Well, that's how you know it's good.
That's how you know it's good.
That's how you know it's good.
Come here. Come say hi. This is Baxter. He's the one who's creating all kinds of ruckus. Sit down. Hey, buddy. Okay, let's see what we got.
Carlin Farm Street in Summerlin.
Nice.
Is it in Summerlin?
Is Carlin Farm Street in Summerlin? I don't know. I don't have the entire map of Las Vegas memorized, but I can certainly Google it.
Let's see. Grant programs.
Carlin Farms.
Give away taxpayer money or printed money. Okay,
yeah, we know what that is, yeah.
Let's see. Summerlin mentioned. So let's see. If you guys have any other questions about specific neighborhoods or anything like that, if you're a first-time buyer.
Yeah, a lot of great programs for those guys.
Let's talk about that. So people who come to you and need help, what are some of the buyer programs that that are most common?
So first-time buyer programs are great. We've got a lot of second home programs that people get involved in. So like if they don't want to sell their home yet, or they can't sell their home, or they don't have a job here yet secured, and they need to be able to still qualify for a home, we can put them in like those types of bridge programs, bridge loan programs, or second home programs. There's a lot of stuff too for veterans, school teachers. Baxter, no, he wants you to throw his ball. See, he's sweating us trying to make us work while we're trying to work. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, there's a lot of veteran programs, obviously. But if you're a school teacher or you're a public servant, there's programs for you there. I think there's up to.
There's school teacher ones?
Yeah, $7,500 or $9,000 in grant money or free money to go for your down payment. If you work as a nurse or fire.
Like first responder.
First responder. I mean, I'm not a lender, so I don't know all of them off the top of my head. But I just know that there are a ton of programs available. It could be you have blue eyes and they have programs for those types of. It's like scholarships. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're left-handed. They got one for you.
Yeah, so honestly, it just really is going to depend on what you qualify for. And, a lot of lenders don't bother with that. They just want to grind you through and get you to the end of the loan and be done with it. But we work with Amber Coleman as well as her team and a bunch of other great lenders here in town. And if you ask for it, you don't even have to ask Amber, but you should be asking whoever you're working with to look at every single program available. Home as Possible program is really good. And then there's the Home as Possible and Home something. There's another home one. I can't remember, but there's two of those programs that have really, really good down payment programs.
Let's see. If I already have the down payment, would I still qualify for down payment assistance?
Yes, absolutely. Yes. It doesn't. I don't believe it has anything to do from a qualifications perspective as to how much money you have available. It's more about what do you make and what's your credit score, what area of town are you wanting to live in. It's a bunch of different factors depending on the program. So yeah.
Do you think you have a good headhunter I can use? I need a job tax accountant before I work with you.
Do I need a job tax accountant before I work with you? You don't need anything before you work with us. Honestly, just call and we can walk through your situation. I think that's the biggest misconception that people think is they think they have to have their ducks in a row before they even reach out. And that couldn't be further from the truth. In fact, we prefer that you don't, because we want to make sure that you actually are getting the assistance from us and you're working on the things that actually matter, that you're spending your time on the things that are going to make a difference, and you're not spinning your wheels thinking that you're going to be working on something that's not going to help you at all.
Yeah, I don't have a personal headhunter.
I don't have a headhunter either. That LinkedIn has a couple of really good ones that I've seen. I can't think of the guy's name. One of them, no, wait, this guy wants to be on camera. I'm telling you. He cannot stand that we're paying attention to else people.
He just loves that I'm here.
And he loves Jacob. I'm telling you right now. Baxter, go lay down. Good Lord. I should have put him in the bathroom. Should I go put him away? You can vamp for a minute. I feel so bad.
You're doing most of the talking.
I know. Well, you could take it for a minute.
You keep talking. I'll just keep throwing the toy here.
This guy, he doesn't want to let go of the. This isn't. What is going on right now?
He's a perfect dog.
He's
Wants to
literally.
play fetch, doesn't want to let go of the damn toy.
He's ruining the live streams. What's happening?
Someone will probably like it.
It's fun.
Some
He's
y'all are dog people, I'm sure.
He's super cute, and I'm hoping he chills out. Come on, take a nap, dude.
Let's see. Well, Fred, I will say this though, Fred. With the area growing as much as it is, we're going to need more people for jobs and professionals, just about everything.
Yes, absolutely.
So whether you're in the tax field, whether you're in the medical field, we're going to need more people for pretty much everything.
And can't you do taxes remotely typically? So as long as you're not changing industry, you might be able to consider that as an option, doing it more on a remote basis as you transfer here. I don't know. Something to think about. But please don't think you have to have your ducks in a row to call us. We would rather talk to you earlier than later. And let us help you. Honestly, it's not too soon.
Daniel says, I can get approved for VA loan, but not enough.
Oh, not enough to buy. Maybe because, well, the VA just elevated their.
Was it 400 something?
It's up further. It's unlimited now. But they just upped their the limits. There's no limits. But he may be thinking because of how the prices are going in Vegas that he may not be able to qualify for enough to buy. We are still selling $300,000 and $400,000 houses, $200,000, $300,000 and $400,000. They're a harder fight, especially with the VA loan, and you've got a loan instead of cash, but we're still doing it, so it's definitely still something to look into. Don't be too defeatist. Let us help you be defeated before you do it yourself.
Yeah. Plus, if you're looking VA, I'm not sure how important it is for you to be close to military base, but if you do want to be up by something like Nellis Air Force Base here, up in North Las Vegas, Watercolor is one of the new communities. I think their homes are starting off like 250s or something.
Yeah, they are, and it's gorgeous up there. That view, it's oh my God.
So we're talking brand new for like $250,000.
Yeah.
So, for some people that could be a good fit for their living situation.
Yeah.
So if you want to be close to military base because the VA, then
new homes are usually a good route to go when you're a VA buyer right now, unless you have a ton of money to pay over what they're asking in terms of the resale market. They're harder to get into, but again, we are very tied into all the builders here in town, so we can make quick phone calls and try to find out what inventory is available and how we can get you on a list or get you first in line. So we try to do our best from that front.
What's the website address? Link down below.
Link below, sir. Click the link.
Yeah, so down in the description, at the very top of the description, just below like the screen as you're watching us, there'll be the link. You can fill out a form, get in touch with Laci's team. You'll see her face when you land on the website.
Make sure you tell them Jacob sent you.
Rick says Baxter.
I know, Jesus. This dog, I'm going to kill him.
Interest rates are going up soon.
Yeah.
Interest rates go down, prices go up. Interest rates go up, prices go down. Yeah.
Yeah, the interest rates thing is something. It is regardless of whether interest rates are going up. I still think it's important to think about buying right now, just because of the prices and how much they're increasing. And the limited inventory is not going to stop the frenzy, even if the interest rates go up. It's just not. So I just think if you're ready to get in the fight, we're ready to fight with you.
Greetings from North Dakota.
Hey, I bet you it's freezing up there.
How hard is it to get a work visa?
I don't know. Actually, we've got a girl on our team who is just a newer citizen of the United States as of five years ago, and she's actually learning some stuff to be able to share it with people so that we can start putting out videos about that. But I don't know off the top of my head. Somebody pasted, thank you, Vegas to Cali.
Yes, you can follow Laci as well. Yes.
Thank you, Vegas to Cali. I do have a channel too.
She does.
Whatever. Anyway.
She tries.
I do a pretty goddamn good job on my channel. I'm not gonna lie. It's not as good as yours, but I'm doing a good job.
Denise says hello from Kite Hill and Laguna Niguel. Beautiful area.
So beautiful. We were down there that one time. We went down there to see my friend Mark Whitty.
Yeah, we were down
two years ago.
Yeah, but not Laguna Niguel. We were
last year.
No, it wasn't Laguna Niguel.
It was Laguna Beach.
Yeah, we were on the coast.
On the coast.
We were on the water.
So where's Laguna Niguel? Like, is it inland?
Slightly more inland.
Oh, okay, got it.
It's a downgrade.
It's so stunning, though. Oh my God.
If you even want, you're just surrounded by millionaires instead of billionaires.
All of it is stunning. Yeah, millionaires instead of billionaires. That's so funny.
He moved from Laguna Beach to Laguna Niguel. That was his downgrade.
He's like, I have to move away from the water. Oh man.
Let's see. Laci, you have a question about north location? Hey, go for it.
What is it? North location.
For talk of expanding North Las Vegas Airport. Does it have any bearing on the price of housing in the northwestern part of Las Vegas?
I don't think so. I think McCarran Airport, or it's not McCarran anymore, Harry Reid Airport, right? That's what it's called now, International. Harry Reid International Airport is now actually, it's a hub. So I don't foresee them turning the North Las Vegas Airport into another huge hub that's going to have a huge impact. If they're going to expand it, it'll probably be to give more space and room and upgrades to what they're already using it for. So I don't foresee that being a big deal, and I don't think it'll...
I don't hear of people ever really flying to North Las Vegas.
It's all like prop planes and military stuff.
Sometimes Henderson.
Yeah, the executive airport in Henderson, for sure.
Obviously, our major international airport here. Right now, this is all usually military stuff. So, I mean, that's what you're going to get over in that area. So, but let's see.
What else you got for me?
Vegas the Cat. Hi, Neil.
Hi.
Glad some of the same faces are in here.
I do too. I like that. I have some of these people that follow me also. I just love that there's like that shared audience. And then a few I haven't seen before. Yeah.
So let's talk actually. So I mentioned this to Laci earlier off camera. If somebody's in this situation who's looking, they want to move here, but they do have a home. Let's say they have it in an expensive market like LA, the Bay Area, New York, Miami, wherever. And they're thinking about either selling it to buy here or keeping it to rent out and then, taking out like
a bunch of equity or whatever. Yeah.
To buy here, do that. I mean, you've probably seen both.
I've seen both.
If someone's looking to do that, what would you tell them? If they're doing it up in the air and you're like, okay, pros and cons of each one. Granted, certain situations are going to vary.
Yeah.
Individual circumstance.
Here's what I would say. If you know you can get enough equity out of the house to be able to buy one here without any trouble, I would say hang on to real estate. I'm a big fan of never letting go of real estate. If you own real estate, unless you're going to let it go to get something better, right? And upgrade your income. Especially from a rental perspective, like people are always going to need a place to live. So if you can invest in real estate and compound that, move on for yourself and keep that one to rent out, that's my biggest thing. If you can't get enough money, but you can maybe pair that with a loan, another option there. The only time I'd say to sell is if the cost of the upkeep of the rental home exceeds what you're going to make on it, that's obvious, right? So that's something that everybody would know. But a lot of people get it in their head that, I'll just take the hit for the next year or two, and then the year or two turns into 5 years, and then they're eating away at their equity as they go. So it's really important to just be smart about and be aware of what both markets are looking like, and talk to the professionals in the area. Again, we can connect you to realtors out there, wherever you're living, wherever you live. Honestly, we have in every state, we have connections with realtors, and go from there.
Let's see.
Is that good advice? I don't know.
Pretty good.
Moving to Vegas is definitely what I would say you should do, though, and you should definitely buy a house here.
I mean, people, depending on their situation, it's going to depend, right? So there's not like a universal answer.
No.
Sell it or universal answer, keep it.
Yeah. Don't let go of it if you don't have to. That's my biggest thing. Don't let go of it if you don't have to.
Let's see. I need to be buying a boxable home to put on land. Well, I think it was it North Las Vegas? They passed the tiny home ordinance. Yeah, I think it was. So I don't know how that process works.
I don't either, actually. I haven't done enough of it yet because it's still pretty new. But definitely click the link if you want us to chat more about that. Land is also kind of expensive right now, but again, once you own it, right? So if you can put your money towards buying the land and then doing something like that. My biggest dream has always been to do I wanted to buy like a plot of land and do a box home community, like a tiny home community, and have like a little, shared outdoor kitchen and like a little fire pit.
Like Tony Shades.
Yeah. Why wouldn't I do that? Do Airbnb?
Was it Airstream?
They were Airstreams, yeah. And so so let's talk about Airbnb briefly, because a lot of people actually from your channel are calling us. I'm about to post a video about this, so you're getting the preview of the info. You're welcome. But Airbnb, as of July 1st this year, is actually going to be the ordinance that stops people from being able to do it in most of Clark County and Las Vegas is actually going to be lifted, and now they're going to be able to regulate it. So there have been areas that you've been able to do Airbnb, North Las Vegas, Henderson, and parts of Las Vegas, not all of Las Vegas, depending on if it was incorporated or not. Now everywhere it's going to be available, but it's going to be heavily regulated. So we are just kind of giving people the advice of, we need to let the dust settle after July. Definitely get in while you can and buy a home. We're just kind of recommending that people look at a long-term renter in the meantime while the dust settles and all the rules shake out, so that then when they're ready to turn it into an Airbnb, they'll have a little bit of a better understanding and not be pulled.
Because what we've had recently is if you're in a particular city, that city
that they have their own rules.
Their ordinances, and if you're an unincorporated area, it'd be the county's rules.
Yes.
So what the big change is going to be now is what the statewide rules.
Yeah. Well, no, it could be that, or I think they're all going to still have their own individual rules. I just think it's the areas that weren't allowing Airbnb before are now going to have to allow it. They just have to do it with the new rules being applied.
But coming from who's going to be
it's more of Las Vegas. More of Las Vegas.
The city of Las Vegas. Okay.
Yeah.
But if you're unincorporated Clark County, or if you're Henderson, North Vegas, it probably won't affect you as much.
I think it might though, because I have a feeling, and right now they all do it differently. Every single city has a different set of rules and different this. I have a feeling, and I hope this is what happens, but I won't know. None of us are going to know that they're going to probably have to come together and create some sort of like a unified committee so that they can have sort of the same rules across the board. Because
like Henderson,
enforcing it's hard.
Right, because in Henderson they don't live off of tourism as much as Las Vegas. So Henderson, that's one reason they don't care as much because. Here, if you've got an Airbnb near the Strip, that's taking, the casinos don't like it because it takes money from them.
Right.
But if you have an Airbnb out in Henderson doesn't have nearly as many casinos as, Las Vegas does. So in North Las Vegas, kind of the same situation.
Yeah.
So, each city is going to regulate what they think is best for their city.
And the same thing goes for like tiny homes. Though. If you're going to buy a home, buy land, you're going to still be under that same kind of ordinance. Anything that's under 30 days is considered short-term rental, so you're going to have to abide by those same rules. So just be aware of all that before you look into it. But seriously, click the link. We're happy to answer your individualized questions.
Olivia, I'm feeling better.
Yeah, and he's looking better too. You should see him. He looks great.
Let's see. City lacks poor public transportation.
Correct.
Says no city vibe.
Oh, that's wrong, but okay.
Yeah. I mean, if you're comparing it to like a San Francisco or like a New York City, it's kind of hard to compare to. Like, spending your time in Europe and Honolulu.
Nice. Congratulations.
The transportation in Honolulu is good?
I was going to say, I don't think they have any.
I don't know about Honolulu.
Oh, no, Honolulu is probably a little bit more city vibe because it's the tourism mainstay.
Let's see. Friend Ed is here. What's up,
Hey, Ed.
Is it easier to get a loan to build? I could do most things to build my own home. I live in a camper while building.
No, unfortunately, there's not a lot of loans that'll do that. Construction loans are really tough. You can get them, but they're just not easy. And also permitting and finding, even if you're building it yourself, permitting is a nightmare. I'm not saying this to push you away from it. I just want to be very honest. Permitting in town has been a nightmare, especially with COVID. There's so many new delays. We always are just trying to help people understand that, like,
what's realistic?
What's realistic, right? Yes, could you move here, buy a piece of land and build your own home? Sure. If you needed tradesmen, it might be difficult. If you aren't a expert cement pourer or foundation pourer or whatever, right? We're limited in terms of that because a lot of the builders have those guys employed full time. So it's just something that you should consider and weigh against some of the other options before you make that decision. I would love the idea of doing that, building my own home and living in a camper while I do it, but.
So this is what Vegas to Cali asked. Actually, I just told her about this before I was on camera. I did a live stream of the day, driving around like Scotch 80's area. So she said, Jacob took us on a drive the other day, so Scotch 80's neighborhood. There were a lot of empty, older lots.
Yeah, in between those custom homes.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising how many empty lots there were. So how much do those older land lots go for?
They go for about what it would cost to buy a home that's already built on a piece of land. So they're anywhere from $350,000 to $400,000 to $500,000. Some of them are $1 million, depending on how big. It's really about size and location. That's what she said. Sorry.
Let's see. I want to move there in the next 6 to 9 months, preferably Summerlin, Centennial Hills.
Awesome. Is that Bobby or Robbie? Bobby. Awesome, good area. Centennial Hills is gorgeous, and you don't have to pay Summerlin prices, yet you are just right next to Summerlin amenities, so that's nice.
Jason Dorsey.
Hey, Jason.
Says, love your channel, moving to Vegas in a few months. Oh, thanks,
hey,
man.
Jason.
Thanks for the 5.
You.
You know what part you're going to be moving to, Jason?
Jason, do you follow my channel? I'd like 5. What's going on here? Just kidding. Seriously, go over to my channel and subscribe if you are moving here. We've got a lot of really good stuff.
So let's see. What area of the Vegas metro has good schools? Neil, asking all the way from Australia.
Hey, Neil.
Well, a lot of you probably know that, the state of Nevada does not rank very high as far as public education.
Yes.
I came from California, which doesn't really rank high either.
Yeah.
But here in the area, you'll find a higher concentration of good schools in Henderson. That's you will. And you will find good schools across the area, but also a lot of people here choose to either go a different route. So, sometimes people, I think, ask that and they think, like, they get caught up in that public school ranking and think like that's the only option.
Oh, man, no.
Here in the Las Vegas area, you do have your private schools. So you go to a Catholic school, you go to a Christian school, so you go to any kind of religious school.
Yep.
You could do a charter school. We have
experiential learning schools. Those are like half on, half off, hybrid, homeschool.
Experiential learning, I was going to say magnet.
Magnet?
challenger schools. And also here, I think partly because we have such a transient population, lots of people choose to homeschool their kids here too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you do have...
It's a lot of options here. And the magnet school programs are really great as well. Both of my kids have gone to, my son's currently in a law preparatory magnet school right now, and my daughter and I both went to Performing Arts High School. So, there's a lot of different programs within our public schools. So while the ranking of the school may not be great, those programs themselves outside of that are actually ranked really well. So I think I'm filming in the next 2 weeks a couple of different videos about schools. So I'll let you know, maybe you can share them onto your channel, or you could follow me and keep an eye out for those. Just giving a little bit more insight as a mom who raised 2 kids here in this city, and who also grew up here. So
let's see.
Baxter wants to say hello, apparently.
Vegas to Cali. Can you put Laci's channel link again in the comments?
Thank you so much. We appreciate that.
Jackson's Journey. He's looking to move there this year, but looking at condos. Any tips, info, pros and cons regarding the dreaded HOAs?
The dreaded HOAs.
Those homeowner associations.
I'm telling you, but here's the deal. So many people who are moving here are so scared of the HOA, those 3 letters, And I'm just here to tell you that they're not a big deal here. There are some that can get a little wacky, but we are not experiencing what I think other states have experienced.
It's not a complete tyranny.
No, well, not yet anyway. Let me
wild stories in the news once in a while.
Yeah, let me just say not yet. But I would say, for me, pros and cons of condos is, you don't own the land, you only own the piece that's inside the building. That's a con. But the pros are, you have a lot of amenities that are built in with the house. You've got the pool, you've got the gym if that's included, you've got the golf, whatever might be included. I'm a big believer right now that if you can't buy a house, to definitely lean towards condos. I love that you're playing with my dog on this live, by the way.
Hey, you answered the question.
I know, I love it. I know, I love you. I love you so much. So I love condos because, those are definitely going up as well. But what I love too is many of them don't have a lot of restrictions as it relates to renting them out later. So if you guys want to just have it and hold on to it, and then when you get something that you really love, you can still hang on to that and rent it out and be a landlord. So I'm a huge fan of condos, love them. HOAs aren't a big deal. You just have to read the rules before you finish the sale during your due diligence period. We'll help you do that, and check on the stuff that matters to you. If you like to work in your garage and paint your car over the weekends and you have a garage included with your condo, you got to make sure you're allowed to do that, right? If you have a really big dog, you got to make sure you're allowed to have a big dog. It's all those types of things. Yeah, you're coming in with what are those dogs that are like the Mastiff, like a big old Mastiff with a head bigger than, a planet.
Land is a premium here, mostly owned by the BLM.
Yeah.
Buy land now if you can.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see. Greetings from the Caribbean island of Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Doctor, ¿cómo está, señor? Ojalá que todo bien. See, not too bad for land prices. Hello from trucker protest land. hope life is going okay up in Canada.
Hey, Jamie, my channel should be down below, but it's just Las Vegas Gal. If you just want to look me up, just search Las Vegas GAL.
Did someone post Laci's channel?
Yeah, I think they did right there. Thank you.
Thank you, Vegas to Cali. Which I tell her she's got it backwards. It's got to be Cali to Vegas.
Yeah, I know, right?
Let's see. Hello from Denmark.
Oh, nice.
So you come here to Vegas to tell you pay a hell of a lot less in taxes. I'll tell you that much, man.
Yeah.
You won't have to pay 55+% anymore.
There's some funny comments.
E Phoenix, what's up, man? How's life in New York? Man, this has been a minute. Still interested in Vegas? Hey, well, you'll be paying a hell of a lot less in taxes too.
Yeah.
If you move from New York to Nevada. Good to see you.
Is Green Valley super expensive still? Green Valley is part of Henderson, so that's something that definitely can just understand. So those of you who aren't familiar with the Las Vegas Valley.
Border of Henderson.
It's border of Henderson. Yeah, it was at one point the luxury neighborhood of Henderson. Henderson itself in general as a whole is definitely a little bit higher priced, as well as Summerlin. So those are the rivaling sides of town that people are always hearing about in the news, because they have the better schools, they have the more likable amenities. They're also their own city, They're
also ranked like safest city in
America. I think it was top 11 a few years ago, but I think it's gotten better even since.
This last time around, they were ranked number 2 on one article I saw. And now they've moved up, since they're over 300,000, they've moved up to being a big city.
Oh, look at that. Big britches.
They used to always be like in middle-sized cities.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was small, medium, large, whatever it was. Either went from small to medium or medium to large. I think medium to large, they're over 300,000 now.
I can't believe that. It was just 250,000 like a year ago.
No, it was not.
I swear to God, I felt like it was 250,000 people like a year ago.
When I moved here, it was like 270.
Oh.
A year ago.
What am I thinking of? Yes, I know what I'm talking about. I think it was 250,000.
No.
Maybe.
Not that. No.
I'm going to find that stat, because I know I'm not wrong. I'm going to find it and post it in the comments later.
Let's see. I'm not first, I'm not last, but Jacob's live stream I kicked really fast.
Thank you, Rafa.
Do you have any locations, commutes for tiny home, or how are the rules, laws add an extra guest building if you buy a house with a good property. Okay.
So there's not really any rules or laws about adding a casita to your home. If you have the land available for it, you just want to get it permitted through the city, which is kind of a pain in the rear. But honestly, if you have patience, you can make it work. In terms of tiny home communities, there really aren't a ton of those here, or if any, and there's not a lot of people doing it yet. So the best way around that would be to just focus on picking up a piece of land and then making your own little tiny home community. I haven't seen anybody that I'm aware of, and I could just be missing it, doing that right now.
Mr. Leffe says, hello from Sweden.
Hello.
Hey, you'll be paying the hell of a lot less in taxes too when you move here. Vegas to own a condo with HOA, they're a drag, but my water's included.
Sometimes that's included here. Yeah, sometimes that's included. That's nice.
Trash is not.
Bummer.
Vegas was #1 growing city in the country 2008, and #1 of people moving out in 2012. Shoot, well, that's when I moved in, so
Yeah.
I went against that trend. How wonderful in the city I live, LOL. Thanks, Richard. Be happy.
Good evening from England. Hello.
Where are you with COVID now? There's still the indoor mask mandate, but it's pretty damn optional.
It's pretty. Yeah, it's
more. I will say there's more places than not.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I should reverse that.
More
places than not don't give a shit. I'll put it like that.
I thought that's where you were going, actually.
Yeah,
so you were on the right track there.
I was going to say more places than not don't enforce. I'll put it like that. So yeah, if you want to, there's very few places I actually go into that actually care if you wear a mask.
It's pretty loosey-goosey here right now.
Do you have any locations? We just did that. Okay. We want to go back home, Vegas to Cali. I'll need a realtor soon for the southwest area of town, says Stacy.
Stacy, please click the link below. And one of the reasons I want to encourage you to do that and bring this up when you make the phone call or when you guys have a call with our team is we actually have some free money programs. That Home is Possible program, I think, is one of the ones I was talking about, that offers free money just if you buy in that area. Again, you have to still qualify, so we'd have to look at the qualifications, but that's a great area of town, and I'm really excited that that's included in that program. Amber told me about that one recently, so
beautiful
check that
area.
out. It's gorgeous.
It's actually cool too, because it's quite the mixture of, you still have like horse properties there, so you'll still see like certain horse properties in the area.
Yeah.
And you can tell these places were just like basically a ranch like 20 years ago. There was like nothing out in that part of town, especially as you get out to like Mountain's Edge.
Yeah.
But you can see it just keeps growing and expanding and expanding. So you have actually a mixture there. Now they actually do have like some places to go if you want to go like to a restaurant or a bar and that kind of thing, which when I moved here,
great.
Mountain's Edge didn't even have that. They didn't have the Walmart on Blue Diamond yet. We had to go up to like Rainbow and 215 to go grocery shop. So it just keeps expanding. And I swear at one point, like Las Vegas and Pahrump are just going to connect. They're just going to like,
that's going to
build over the mountains and we're just going to connect.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Now, I do have to take my son to his fencing class here soon, Jacob, so we better get some really good zingers in here before we wrap it up.
All right, let's see here. What do we got? I love the Pinball Museum video last week. Thanks, Clive. Glad you liked it.
That is the largest sign I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm just going to put that out there. I did a feature on Channel 13 for them before they moved to this new location, so that was the old one.
See, Las Vegas / Atlantic City. I'm just going to say Vegas.
Yeah.
I haven't been to Atlantic City yet, but Vegas.
Vegas, period. End of story. Done. It's like Vegas versus Reno. Vegas. Hello, Vegas.
Shouldn't you be at the NHL All-Star Game? We got All-Star Game. We got
so much going on
Pro
this
Bowl,
weekend.
NFL Pro Bowl going on. And it's like, well, Super Bowl's going to be huge next weekend.
Yeah.
When that comes here to town.
What are you doing?
Valentine's Day.
What are you doing for Super Bowl?
I won't be here, remember?
That's right. Oh, what am I doing for Super Bowl? I got to figure that out. There's a lot going on the strip, so I'm going to look at this. There's a link that I shared with a friend recently. I should probably do a video about what's going on for the Super Bowl and let you guys know, because there's a lot of options. I'm definitely going to do that. I'm going to film that tomorrow.
I might have a video coming out about where to watch the Super Bowl like in the next couple of days.
Oh, well then let's see who's come out first and who's going to give you better information.
I think we know that one.
Me. What a punk. What a punk. You know what? I'm not doing this with you anymore. Screw you.
Sure. Anywho, anybody else got some questions about real estate? We're just going to talk generally here on the channel. Anybody else got any question about where to buy, where they're looking, what neighborhoods? JC says,
hi, JC. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's see. You know what no one has asked me about in a little while that seems to get overlooked? Southern Highlands.
In the south, like we were talking about it. It's such a beautiful area.
It is, but like I haven't been asked about Southern Highlands in quite some time. I don't know what it is.
Maybe it's because there's so many new areas of town opening up, and we're doing a lot. I think we're doing a good job, both my channel and yours, about saying, hey, it's not all just about these places you hear about. Like expand your mind a little bit.
Someone asked me recently about Silverado Ranch. I hadn't been asked about Silverado Ranch in a while either.
I don't even remember the last time. God, it's probably been 3 years since anybody's asked me about that area.
Someone asked me, was it Silverado Ranch Southwest Las Vegas? I'm like, it's pretty much just, I would just call it south.
Center south, yeah.
You're right by the airport. How's Mesquite, Nevada? Seems like home prices are going up
They
there
are.
too. Yeah, I'm sure.
It's still very affordable, but definitely prices are going up. It's about a 50 minute drive from Las Vegas. Would you say about 45 minutes to an hour? 45?
Well, depending on what part, I think you're looking at more like hour 15.
Okay. Yeah, depending on where you go from.
Because here to St. George is like 2 hours.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's probably hour and a half-ish.
Halfway, yeah.
Depending on if you live in the Southwest, it's going to take you a little longer. If you live like northwest or something, it's going to be a little shorter.
Yeah, but Mesquite's great. I mean, it's still kind of a little bit of a, there's not a lot going on there other than just like a couple of golf communities and things like that.
Casinos.
Okay, yeah, 4. You call those 4 casinos? I'd say
bingo.
it's about 2.5 casinos in my opinion.
It's a popular retiree community. It's a smaller town.
It
is. So they got your golf course. They've got your casinos. They got the nightlife stuff for you. So particularly if you're like a retiree, it would be a great spot to be in a small community.
Yeah.
You get to enjoy your no state income tax.
Yeah.
So sometimes people get out of town. They go to St. George for the weekend.
I love it as a local. It's fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice change of pace. I've been there. I stayed the night there. I did a vlog a few years ago when I was doing a trip to St. George. So it's a nice change of pace.
Yeah.
Do you deal with mobile homes?
We do. We can help you with those. They are somewhat affordable here. You know, again, anything under the 400,000 mark right now is getting gobbled up like by hedge funds or people with cash. But we're willing to fight for you and help you look for them. A lot of them are getting priced out just kind of closer to like what homes in that area would be anyway. So but we can look at everything. We deal with all real estate.
Sweet T. Shelby, who's in Chicago, and you'll be paying less taxes when you move here too.
Yes.
A hell of a lot less. What about senior living in Las Vegas?
A lot of really great senior communities here in Vegas, and I've actually done quite a few videos on my channel showcasing some of the homes that are available. That if you want to go that route, some of them are brand new communities, some of them have been around for 25, 30 years. So just depends, but we have a lot of senior options here. It's kind of fun. We call them active adult, actually, if you want to be PC about it.
Yeah, you have to be, at least one person has to be 55 over.
55 and over, yeah. They all have different rules, but that's generally the bottom line rule. Or they have to be, only one person in the home, and sometimes they won't allow anybody under the age of 19.
Aren't the areas mobile homes a bit sketchy?
It just depends, yeah, just depends.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. What is your opinion on 40 acres stagecoach trails in Yucca, Arizona? As a investing advice in Arizona?
Sure, bye. Listen, for me, if it looks like it's in a good location, 20 minutes from Lake Havasu and 40 minutes from Laughlin, so it looks like it's kind of centrally located and it gives you a chance to have, a point of interest around there. So hell yeah, if you can buy 40 acres anywhere in the world, I would buy, absolutely.
Oh, this is the lifestyle question for you. Where are there some very cool bars for singles 40 plus?
Well, you're asking a single who's 40 plus, so that's a great question. I would say downtown Vegas has a lot of really great, fun, cool bars. So Main Street is, if you've been to Main Street recently or haven't, I would highly recommend popping down there. East Fremont's got a bunch of really fun vibey bars that can be clubby as well. And then all sprinkled throughout town, honestly. You know where people don't realize there's so many fun bars is
Arts District?
Well, Arts District, which is where I just said, like right by Main Street. But no, Chinatown, over off of Spring Mountain. There's some really fun bars over in Chinatown and some amazing restaurants. So yeah, we've got you covered if you're single and over 40. And don't worry, I'm checking them all out for you on a weekend by weekend basis.
Are there good condos on the Strip?
Yeah, there's some great ones on the Strip, and there's some just off the Strip as well. It just depends on what you're looking for and if you're trying to rent it out, because there are different rules associated with that. But yeah, there's some great condos downtown as well. So, condos are kind of coming up and catching up to the single family homes now that, inventory is kind of limited.
Any idea how many people pay off their homes nowadays?
I don't even know. I don't.
Summerlin or Henderson is not the ultimate question for moving here, right?
Yeah.
For available housing?
Both.
Depends on what you, I mean, they're both great choices,
Yeah.
but it kind of just depends on what you want, man.
Yeah, honestly, the inventory across the city is limited, period. If you just think about it, if you go to the areas that are the most desirable, it's even going to be more limited, obviously, right? And a bigger fight. What we try to do is help you understand that it's not just about Henderson and Summerlin. There's so many beautiful areas in town, and if you are looking for the amenities of Summerlin, we can put you right outside of Summerlin, so you're not quite paying those rates and things like that. Might have a little bit more options available, but it's like 5 more minutes in the car. We try to help you look at all angles and really get you kind of tied into what we think is going to work for your lifestyle.
Are there homes without HOA?
Yes, 100%. Yes, lots and lots of those here in Vegas. Sometimes, most of the newer homes are going to have an HOA, but if you're looking at anything, honestly, I'm not even going to say that because there are some new communities they're building that don't have an HOA. So, yes.
There'd be no more water left in Vegas. Yeah, I've done numerous videos on this channel about water situation in Las Vegas, including a couple years ago interviewing the public information officer for Vegas Valley Water District. So I did 3 videos with him alone. So yeah, we're gonna be okay. Any discounts for veterans on homes? Oh.
Yeah, actually, not just discounts, but like, again, free money programs galore. Obviously, the VA programs in general are incredible. The best rate you're ever gonna get is through that. But yeah, I'd say just honestly, I'm not a lender. I can't really speak too much about lending and programs that requirements just because I'm not legally allowed. I'm not even licensed for that. But we do connect you with Amber Coleman. She's amazing. She's got an incredible team and she's a loan wizard. So if she can find you a discount, that girl's gonna find you a discount.
She grew up in a military family.
She's very VA focused.
She's done lots of VA loans.
Yeah, she's great.
So no, she can help you with that big time. Well, let's see. Looks like we're pretty well wrapped up here.
Sweet. This was fun. I love when we do these. We're gonna do these more often, right? As long as you aren't mean to me and make fun of me and
make fun of you. That's been going on for how many years
I know. Hey, at least we're not talking about how short I am anymore.
Well,
you know.
Go some older videos to see that. So, how's the market in Mount Charleston? Look at that a whole lot.
It's a good question, actually. The market's pretty hot out there as well. Anybody who has money in their pocket is trying to put it into real estate right now, with obviously all the stuff going on in the market, all the inflation, and just things being so kind of what the hell is going to happen next. People know that there's always going to be a need for housing, and real estate is a tangible asset. So I'm seeing many, many hedge funds and many, many billionaires put their money right into the land and the places surrounding us. So Mount Charleston's awesome. I am seeing listings. I'm not seeing a ton of clients want to look up there, but I am seeing a lot of people talk about if they move here that they're going to end up buying a second place up there. So
Sweet Tea says she's excited for your information about the affordable housing for seniors.
Yeah.
Hey, I've done several videos on that. Why this is a great place to retire.
Yeah, I don't know that it's all affordable, but it's definitely just depends on what's affordable to you. But no, there's a lot of really great options for seniors out here. For anybody who's an active adult or wants to live in an active adult community, you're definitely gonna have a good time looking around.
Great place, been there. Hit the like button.
Thanks, guys.
So guys,
this is fun.
Yep. So remember, guys, if you need help with all this, the whole moving process, the link to Laci's team is down below. I like doing these videos and all the content for you, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, as far as like all the phone calls,
we will take them.
Yeah, all the talking to listing agents and all the oh shoot, this just happened. Oh, I forgot about that.
That's me.
All that stuff. That's her.
That's why I look stressed out all the time.
That's her deal. I'm like, hey guys, I'll give you some good info, but yeah, if you want like all that, behind the scenes legwork that comes with it, step by step.
That's me. We'll take it. Yeah, I appreciate it. I love doing stuff on your channel. If you could do me a favor, we have 2 channels. Las Vegas Gal is one of them, and then Cerrone Group is another. We have our real estate channel that's just for our team, so you can see the faces that you might be interacting with when you do click that button and want to work with us over on that channel as well.
So, hey, thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on.
My pleasure.
All right, so guys, hope you guys have a good rest of the weekend. You guys take care of yourselves. I'll have another video either today or tomorrow for you guys pretty soon. So hey, you guys take care. Be safe. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Yeah, you.